Huzzah! There we go. Right. There we go. We got resolution options. We've got the high bit rate. We got everything. We got everything, guys. Right. It's just I worry that I'm bogging people down with it, you know. And we're going right this time. It doesn't really make a big difference. Yeah. Ruinous reverends for the new people are a bit like pinks, as in their healing. I don't want to, you know, Wise Guy's been pretty decent to me. He's given me like a nano that you would have to buy for several billion on GMI or spend days and days farming. You gave me that for Christmas, and if he can't watch the stream due to internet, then, you know, least I can do is hit restart a few times so he can enjoy a stream. Bloody hell, it's not much to ask, is it? The main problem with it is it seems to drop viewers as well. So I'll do it, and then like half the viewers vanish and don't come back because they were only half watching or whatever. I don't know. It's no problem, Wise Guy. Right, I'm showing 29 viewers, so that'll do for me. Okay, I think that's how many we had, so we haven't lost anyone along the way. Oh, someone's dinged. Somebody has dinged. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Golic has reached enlightenment. Congrats, Golic. Now you can get all your research and whatnot done. Yeah, there's nothing worse than trying to watch a choppy stream. There's a setting that Sloobs, so Streamlabs OBS, has that keeps putting itself back on, which is enforce something. It keeps switching itself back on, and I forgot to check. And what it does is, if things get, it tries to stream the minimum quality that Twitch will allow, rather than the maximum. And why that's on by default, I don't know. The max they allow as throughput is 6 meg, so I have to turn it off and set minimum and maximum at 6 megabit a second. Otherwise, when you're trying to watch it via you know, recoding options like 720 or lower, it really looks like ass. Just, what am I watching? Yes, I can stream it, but all I can see is confetti. Okay, the guy in the middle spawns fire. You simply keep moving out of the way of said fire. You just jump to another ramp. The lava doesn't do anything, but the fire definitely does. Thus far, he hasn't actually done it, so yeah. Yeah, and for Londis, on your crap there, with the, you know, the nano resist on Malaise of Zeal is much lower than on UBT. It's worth trying to cast it anyway. Okay, we has fire. Jump around. And that's basically it. You just move to the platform that doesn't have fire. Sav is a good enough doc, you could probably stand in the fight. You're probably right, because I went into Vortex without immunity, cocked up the coloured items, and didn't die. The only reason I think that happened is Savik, basically, because Savik was the doc at the time. Right, now we've killed him, we've got the 3 other places we can go. Let's have a look. We've got... there's a new MA attack from here. I don't know how good it is. Corrupted Soul Mark, and then that bracelet's actually pretty good if you haven't got anything better for now. Fast attack, brawl, max health, and 37 to all damage types. Pretty cool. Are we going to go and try for a memory? Yes, we're going down toward the Legos first. We've got to clear some mobs. Ooh. En route. I need the mems. I need the mems on my... well, every tune I've got, basically. I'm always running out of NCU space. There's no really complicated mechanics, I would say, in this dungeon, except for the final boss. He has, you know, there's a methodology to how you beat him, because he's a lot tougher. And general mobs don't drop anything. Namet with the portals. Yeah, I suppose so. Alessandra just being total Leroy today. Yeah, those headers at the top are not refreshing correctly, because I know for a fact... Where's my mouse? Oh, I hit the mouse speed, that's why I couldn't... I was like wishing it around everywhere. Yeah, because Salvos AO resubbed for 6 months in a row. He was the last subscriber, but it doesn't show him on screen as the latest subscriber, which is kind of meh. We are disappointed with such things. Oh, taking damage here. What's going on? Oh yes, this mob has nano shutdown. He's also making me attack the wrong people. Yeah, and I can't cast anything either. Kill ads. Okay. Kill the ads. All kill the ads. Reanimated virologist. See, now there's a word we barely ever used until last year. It became everyday. I'm mind controlled. No. Thankfully, I'm trying to hit the shade. I hate mind control. It's like somebody just grabbing hold of your mouse while you're sat at your computer. Reanimated kineticist. Right, okay. And somewhere under all the mess. Let's see what drops we got. We got MA stuff and rods of dismissal. Right, the Legos have been in lockdown on a pizza diet, as you will see when we get to them. They are the chunky Legos. These are the, you know when you buy Legos for, you know, you're sort of like under fives. They go, oh, you want the under fives Lego? Safe for children under 3. It's too big for them to swallow. These are the chunky Legos we're going to now. Evercue wave. Yes, wave back. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yes, these are the chunky Legos. Who do not, unfortunately, drop anything cool. In fact, most of the sort of trash mobs in here don't actually drop much of anything. Oh, there you go. He's free anyway. There you go. Chunky boy Legos. Kid safe Legos who obviously skipped leg day. Lockdown Legos with the chunky midriff. How's the audio? Can you hear me and the game perfectly well, or what have you? Audio is good for you. You can hear me okay. No audio bleed, echo. Probably hear my keyboard a little bit. It's where I've moved my microphone to. It's more comfortable to use, and I think it actually sounds a little better. But yeah, it's picking up a little bit. Mind you, these are Cherry MX Browns. I've got, this was a keyboard donated by another Stormer, along with a monitor. Shipped them over before all this lockdown malarkey started, and I could never go back to gaming on a membrane keyboard now. It'd be really hard to do. Gamel11111, welcome to the stream. I always insist on saying his name that way, and he probably hates it. Sorry. Hey Gamel, how are you doing? He's like, I really wanted Gamel, but some other bugger's gone and used it. Savik had the same issue. Which came on, somebody'd already nicked Savik. Okay, this guy's got a chunky reflect of 1k. Where? And he healed. Okay. Yeah, well, I've always had membrane ones, just because generally I spill tea and coffee on everything. Or beer. Or wine, or, you know, if it's liquid and it's not in a sippy cup, I'll knock it onto a keyboard. And anyway, he gave me his old Logitech G710 Plus, and I can see why people rave about them. Oh my god, it's a pleasant experience to use it. And you can multi-key on it, so you can hit multiple keys at the same time, and all of them will execute a letter or keystroke, whereas on membranes they don't, because of just how the nature of how membrane keyboards work. Plus there's the tactility, I think. Is that a real word? The tactility is rather nice. You know, how the tops of the keys feel, that positive sense of physical connection when it clicks. It's hard to explain until if you use it yourself, you'd know. I think it's like, do you remember when, like 2-3 years ago, when fidget spinners were like a big thing? I mean, they're still around, people still use them, and they're just sort of like glorified worry beads, as we used to call them. You know, you get like a, if you've ever seen, if you Google worry beads, you can see it's usually like used for stress relief. They're just sort of rosemary beads with usually I'm well and truly rooted here. Are we just waiting until he walks back, are we? Yeah, there's a bit of snareage. Yeah, I mean, they're and there we go. Yeah, they're you know, a must-have for a lot of people. Have gotten over a lot of problems because they exist. But essentially, they're the same as what we used to call worry beads, or people that jangle their change in their pockets. It's a similar thing. It's like a nervous sort of a tick, I think. Well, no, that's the wrong thing. But anyway, yeah, it was usually sort of rosemary beads, which is sort of a bit of a Catholic kind of thing, Orthodox sort of thing. You'd have rosemary beads. It's all about the Hail Mary and the, you know, the whole thing. And people would just fiddle with the, you know, they're like a necklace, and they just sort of fiddle with the way the beads moved across and around and through your fingers, etc. So they are sort of glorified worry beads, but you know, they've just sort of made more of a science out of it and everything else. Let's get out of the fire. There we go. It's going, oh. You went mechanical too. It's the best keyboard I've had. Yeah, thing was, I had a semi-ergonomic, so it's taken me nearly a year to unlearn body memory on that. But yeah, I mean, playing Shade on a mechanical is a lot easier than playing it on a membrane, because you without realising, you've left a finger pressed down slightly, especially an older membrane, you know, when the keys are sort of like you're barely touching them, but they're activated, or like on my old one, some keys you'd end up, you know, you'd have to unstick them and to get them to work again. Right, I'm trying to have a look. Right, we've got a mnemonic shard, which gives NCU for 5, not the one I'm after, but it gives evades, nano resist for 50 as well. There's ring, and it's the ring of the coiled serpent. I think we've seen it before. I think it's got a thing on it as well. Renders the target unable to move for a short period of time. It's a snare ring. We've got the green Newton ring, which has some ACs. NCU for 15, max health 100, and plus 15 to all the damage. And a corrupted blood thing. It's a little deaf and everything else. I'm passing on all of those. But yeah, if people want, please speak up and we can do stuff on it. Bloodmark might be nice to have around for tanking situations. Right, okay. Does anybody want anything from the loots? Does anybody want anything after that? Game feels awfully bright. Don't know why. I don't think I've... No? I mean, I can ray trace if you guys want. There you go. It has ray tracing on. Oh, I need to do a thing. That's going to be a million miles up here. There we go. Don't know if the rest of Storm knows about this, but if you tell the Guildbot light, and then you can come to here, you can have Rubicar light, SL light, Caustic light, Penumbra light, Inferno, Pandemonium, or turn global lighting off and just have that. It's just kind of cool. Yeah, the ray tracing is on. I'll show you. If you've not seen this, it's pretty cool. But here's the lighting channel. So there's all the light sources it's kind of detecting. It's not perfect, and you know, no one said it was, but you can kind of see like various auras actually light up different objects. It is nice. It is nice. You're excited to see what they do for the 20th anniversary this year. Yeah, it could be cool. I have absolutely no idea. Before anybody asks, I do not have any inside info. What graphics card am I on? GTX 980. You don't have to have an RTX card to get ray tracing the Nvidia way. Although their way is very, very good. And the card has dedicated hardware in order to do it. Right, are we going to just leave the loot? Nobody wanted any of it. I wanted the high NCU count NCU. Oh yes, and I think you get respawns in here. You do, don't you? It's the subway where... Or does the subway have respawns? I can't remember which. I think the temple does. I have no idea what they do. I'm hoping they can open up a 201 version of a couple of other dungeons. Like, I mean, Biomare 201 would be a real fun one. Be interesting to see what drops they'd kind of create with that, you know. Okay, is someone in there fighting? Does that dude drop anything? I didn't think any of the non-boss mobs dropped anything. Cyborg barracks for an upgraded Hell Spinner. Oh god, yeah, that would just be fate. New Fear Forged blades. Put the people hogging tons of nippies out of business. Make something comparable to a nippy stiletto, and or just up the drop rate for bloody... I sold nippy stilettos for 600 million each, and even at the time I thought that was ridiculous what people were paying for them, and now they go for billions. It's nuts. Middle for diddle. Okie doke. Don't mind if we do. Yeah, the Hell Spinner just looks badass. It always has. Legally thrice augmented, legalized Hell Spinner shot cannon. See, Alessandra has already picked out the correct name for it. It's a meme. It's not a meme. It's going to get called that. I have spoken. No, I've no idea. Yeah, Cyborg Barracks as a dungeon doesn't quite have much. I think Steps of Madness and which could actually be really hard to do as a high level. You think when you go in there when you're like level 40 in a full team of level 40s, it's pretty bloody hard. Tough dungeon. Some of the rooms you've got to get through to get all the way down to the some of the bosses, like you know, to get to the lab. There she is. Reverend's first. Yeah, it does seem bright, but hey, looks good on the stream. Yeah, brightness and everything is set to normal. I have done nothing. Oh yeah, and when the cultists mongo in here, they do actually make you change target. Which is annoying. You've got to redo and reconnect and oh god. Yeah, I just think, you know, the bigger dungeons with more stuff in them for them to play with, and it was going to be a much easier job for somewhere like you know, the Biomare, the Foreman's dungeon, because it's already been gated once, so you just do the gating. They'll just have to block up the hole in the corridor to stop people diving down. Imagine if GA4 dropped on the floaters and bloaters. It'd be a 6-hour thing. Yeah, it'd be a big arse raid, wouldn't it? To get all the way down. If it was more balanced like the mobs in here. If they do it like they did the subway, I think it's too much. I think the mobs in the subway have got way too much HP. They should be more like this. The incidental mobs. I don't mind the bosses having big HP bars and high ACs, but when incidental mobs do as well, it's like, yeah, it's a little, you know, didn't really need to be that long-winded, did it? You know, so if it was more balanced, I think this is more balanced. Like the mobs are tough, and they will, you know, inflict a fair amount of damage, but you know, you can get through it to where you're trying to go to within the actual dungeon. And then there's the next one to do, I suppose, as well. Mantis, a new big version of the Mantis. The whole of Smuggler's Den redone. That could be pretty cool. New Uber Queenblade drop at the end. Oh yeah, I mean, make it exactly the same stats as this, but look like a Queenblade. Wouldn't that just be awesome? So you had the choice, you know. No, I want something that looks more like this. Right, with this raid, all stand in the corner and nowhere else. You gotta, don't stand anywhere else. Get right into the corner, because the floor, I'm going to show you now, the floor is lava. Like so. Well, it will be. You'll see in a minute. Yeah. Those clouds he's casting there are lethal. Oh, I got a bling. What was the bling? Velteen Gas Gement is now following. Probably butchered your name, but thank you for the follow. Mike Numbers. What dungeon this? There you go. This is the Hybe Temple of the Three Winds. Yes, it is. So they've done a new version of the Temple of the Three Winds for 201 plus level players or characters. Yeah, you can see this white stuff, these clouds. They're in the new subway as well, and yeah, pretty bloody deadly. Well, I figured it out. You see, the reason Sav never uses a microphone or or slips up is in real life. Sav is Zaphod Beeblebrox from another universe, who's female, but has 3 arms and 2 heads. So she's gaming on one machine and then doing chat on the other. I've figured it out. Yes, he will kill your pets with the stuff, and that could have been you. Now this, what does he drop? I forget now. Have a look for the stream. There we go. It's got the shade thing if you want to come and get your shade thing. Mountain Raising Gauntlets. There you go. So 350 all AC, strength for 12, max health 500, 15 to melee, to all damage, and 35 to brawling, and also another NA book part. Yeah, it's awfully bright in here. Just gonna. Yeah, being a turn global. I haven't got ray tracing on. Just seems awfully well lit. Right, wait in here, wait in here, wait in here. All stay in this bit. Unless your name's Alessandra, wait here. We have to pull out the ads. Yeah, as we do. There we go. Otherwise we'll end up pulling everything in the room on ourselves and have big problems. Now there is some colour coded things. It's not as critical as like DBE2, where if you miss the colour you're killing the whole team, but it's not good if you miss it, kind of deal. Sav is just the best, and if people don't quite know, that's who Savick is. Yes, that person who made the map that's in the game and has made 2 variants since, a more zoomed in version for people playing at high resolutions, which you can now do on the old engine as well. Thank you to Dream for that fix. You just need to install his Anarchy Online item assistant and never use it. You can just use it to enable higher resolutions on that. And Savick has also created a gazillion articles and stuff on the AO Universe site. I have contributed like 5 screenshots for people on that, and that's about it. I am very weak on that. But every video I've made for Anarchy does have the link to the AO Universe site, so hopefully that does drive a bit of traffic. And oh, thought that was the last pull. My bad. Green, blue, yellow. You're getting the corresponding light to clear it. Do not get into red. Yes, except red. Don't go to the red. They're the best looking screenshots on AOU. Probably because of all the engine tweaks I've done. Yes, I've got a video for that. You can't miss it. Tweaking the new engine 2020. You'll find the video. It's got like 5,000 views or something now. Which, if you think about it, says a lot more about the population than, you know, a lot of other things. I can, even if everybody had to go through the video twice to make it work, I don't think even YouTube counts the views quite like that. You know? So yeah, I think there's quite a few more players in Anarchy Online than people think there is. And then there's also got people that will watch it. A very, very small percentage of people watch it because they just watch anything I make because they like the sound of my voice or whatever. And then you're going to get a percentage of people that just want to see, even if they're not playing, what Anarchy looks like these days because they used to play. Right, everybody inside. I'm going to be doing the highest summoner. Yeah, I made 3. I've got tweaking the old. Are you running it correctly for the old engine? And then I've got tweaking the new engine version 1, which is about 4 years old. And then the latest version, which is up to date. See in here, even running at this resolution with shaders and whatnot, I'm still getting 40 odd frames a second, even with everybody doing this. You know, so it's not bad. There was a white light. Okay, there's a green. I haven't been hit by the green yet. This room's very green, actually. All it does is get the game to run correctly. Most games have an entry within the NVIDIA or AMD, whatever they use, database. But Anarchy Online doesn't. It just doesn't have one. Bearing in mind, when it came out, the Reaver TNT2 was a current card. Okay, yellow, white, there we go. And they didn't have that database, and, you know, it's still here. So when you run the new engine, especially on things like combined graphics systems, like laptops, etc., don't detect the game as a game. So, yeah, this sort of attempts to fix most of that. You can use the same tool, the NVIDIA Profile Inspector, and turn on Optimus for it, etc. I don't know. I don't have a laptop to goon around with to do more testing to try and fix it. So yeah, it's tricky. Be careful, everyone. Sav has no nano. Trying to give donate nano to Savic. Okay, I definitely got yellow there. I have no nano either. Oh, that's red, that one, isn't it? Or is it white? Can't move anyway. I think I missed it. I've just realised that the game has decided once again we don't need battle music, right? Which annoys me greatly because I like the music. Right, let's see. What did we get this time? We got LeBrain, Wit of the Immortal, level from 210. Gives 175 to matter creation. Good for pet classes. 125 to most others, 150 to time space, but then gives 25 to all abilities, 50 to nano resist, 750 to max nano, max health, treatment, comp lit for 100, and nano in it for 75. Rather nice for MPs, NTs, etc. We've got the Ceremonial Blade, which is quite a nice one-hand edge weapon. Fast attack and sneak attack, no brawl though. But it is pretty nice, and also gives 50 to concealment. We've got a MV to Chaos, which is an interesting pistol. Good for Doc, I would guess. It's got Fling and Burst, only 2k. for the requirement. Does pretty good damage, and also boosts multi-ranged, and then some agent armor stuff. So does any of you guys want any of that on any of your tunes? Xeni86. Hola, Mankinea. Oh my god, I don't understand. Okay. So, what? If you don't understand, thing to do is ask a question. So ask a question. Maybe chat can help. Maybe I can help. Okay, everyone, it's time to fiddle with Alessandra's cabbage. Can I speak slower? Oh, did you want the stats again? On which item? Envy to Chaos. Or ceremonial Envy to Chaos. Right. Can you see it on screen? Are you able to read it at the resolution or screen you're watching on? There you go. Well, take a screenshot. It's built into Windows, isn't it? So. Oh, is it Vask? Hi, Vask. Will people please start using the same bloody name? Envoy, not Envy. Oh, Envoy. Yes, you're quite right. Put music. Put music. Oh, you mean play music, incidental music while I'm streaming? No, is the simple answer to that. Because some goon will try and copyright it. So, sorry, no, can't do it. Would be nice. The only thing I can play in the background is my own music that I own. So, you know. But if you put any kind of music... I raided Soju's stream after mine once, and Soju had some little bit of music in the background, and there was 3 seconds of it on the end of Baby, I go see you later. Okay, baby. Everyone say baby. Soju, your voice is music to my ears, Carlos. Oh, thank you, Soju. Yeah, and it was just like 3 seconds. 3, 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi. That was it. 3 seconds at the end of a 3.5 hour stream, and I import it over to YouTube, and just that 3 seconds while I was going over and raiding before I hit end stream, and boom, copyright for the whole video on YouTube. I had to download it, slice that 3 seconds off, and then re-upload it, and then it was fine. Electrique te pasa. Oh god, my Spanish and Portuguese is appalling. Mihalik is going to kill me for butchering what he's just typed there. But yeah, I can't. If I put anything other than music I've created myself, or the free-to-use stuff from like YouTube or something like that, if you put that on your stream, it just gets claimed. There's like a glut of publishers, inverted commas, so groups of people who set themselves up as publishers, buy the rights to music that's used a lot somewhere, even if there is no copyright claim on it. They buy the rights to it and then go out and copyright claim everybody they can, just to make money. They do it as just as a living. It's awful. You talk about people being parasites in what they do. That is entirely parasitic. They never created the music. They have no part in... I mean, what they actually... The copyright law is broken. I mean, who is listening to 3 seconds of some obscure tune in a 3.5 hour stream rather than buying that piece of music through some other means? Yeah, exactly. No one. So, yeah. But that's copyright law. So, yeah, unfortunately, no music. unless it's part of the game, in which case it's fine to use it because it's being used in promotion of the game, etc., etc. So yes. Now he was just a bit annoying. Yeah, you get them. I just let some people are annoying and they're unaware of it, and it's sad for them, Yeah, YouTube operates under mostly US law, but in some places not. Yeah, that's it. They use it to make money in court. Yeah, exactly. And that's all they're doing with. There'll be a piece of music that has no copyright attached to it anymore, and then they'll spend money, buy the rights, and then copyright everybody they can that has used it. I mean, this happened with oh god, there was one publisher did a real dirty trick. They were, I think it wasn't DistroKid, but it was something similar to it, and bands and musicians were releasing their music through them, like a Spotify kind of a thing. But written into the contract in the small print meant that they owned that music, and then these people then used their music on YouTube or whatever, and were getting copyright claims from these people, and they went back to them going, no, it's me, it's my music, remember? And they went, yeah, but we own it now. Now, can you imagine that? So nobody wants this brain, no? It is rather nice. No one has an MP or NT then that doesn't already have it. It makes... oh god, wrong way. Ads. This is my own fault for getting completely turned around in there, trying to think. If they're old enough to get in here, then yeah. Are we just going to blitz these? My NT is now sad. Have you got an NT that doesn't have that? Have you got an NT that could use that isn't here, wise guy? Because if no one on the... okay, well that's it. Team, would you guys be alright with letting Wise Guy just take my place in team to run in and loot the head? Implant symbiont, really. Yeah? Alright. We're going to clear these ads, and then I'm going to log off so you can join. And then you're just going to have to run in. You know your way in and out and hidey holes and all of that sort of stuff. Okay, right. All I got to do is just leave team. I don't have to stop the stream or anything like that. So I've left team. The dungeon will boot me out. And while you're doing that, guess what time it is? And I do have rights to this because it's from YouTube. It's Better Bum time. There we go. Right, I'm going to make myself a drink and I will be back in about 2 minutes. I am back. There we go. Da da da. Are we all done? Fabulous. There you go. I'm back on LFT. Univibe. That's a cool name. It's also, well, it actually has quite a few musical connotations. So that's it. You've got your super... No problem, dude. No problem. Thanks for the nano. I don't forget those who help me. I never do. I forget people who wrong me, who work against me or what have you. But because they're not worth worrying about. Don't let them rent space in your head for free. But I always remember the people that helped me out, and that's a much better way to live your life, trust me. Forget about the people that wronged you. Remember the ones who didn't. Because they're the ones that actually matter. Nyong, I am the going that way. Had to think. Yay. It's got to be a dodgy thing in here as well. We're just gonna... No, well, we're all here now, so just kill everything, isn't it? Oh, they're hiding behind the pillar. Yeah, there's always a Oh my god, get me out of here. Somewhere in a dungeon. I was thinking here, maybe up on there, but I can't jump that high on this toon. I don't think I could jump that high on any toon. Feels like you could from here, so maybe... Oh, wow. Okay, that was a slide. Oh, Sav did it. Yeah, I bet this resets the mobs in the room. Stay... Everyone get up here. I want to test the theory for everyone. But I bet it works. Oh, kind of misjudged there. I did it from over on one of these. And then fluffed it completely there. Wait. We'll go again. We'll go again. Now up to there. And then... No! Why did I try and double jump? I've been playing Cyberpunk. You can get double jump in Cyberpunk. It's a... There you go. You just got to remember what level your toon is, really. Your 220, you can jump. Dude, your 220s can jump. Oh, I was thinking of getting up on top of that pillar there, but I don't think it's going to let me do it. A friend will give us a subway PF clear all the way to Virgil. We could do that after this. The only thing, well, if we're doing it with the same team, depends what they want to do. I don't mind doing a full one, but I appreciate it does take a long time. Also, we were thinking of doing Pandemonium, because I need beast loots. I don't really, but we can just bring a bigger group of people with us. Yeah, I mean, make the trash mobs in the subway like this. Like the trash mobs are in here. Let them respawn, but make them, you know, have a bit less obtuse health bars. Well, you've got to think, the subway was, you know, level 1 to level 25, and here was a sort of, well, level 1 to level 60. Or did it block you out before you were like level... No, you could come in here at level 10, I'm sure. I've been in here at that level. Lower than 10. Yeah, Scott was in here on his level 6, wasn't he? On his twink, killing Legos on a level 6. While the rest of the team's going, what? Yeah, you can come in on a level 1, yeah. Okay, there you go. I remember you used to, old school, you'd be doing, when you hit level 5 on your character, hey, Vulpu. Just realised who had said that. Yeah, it used to be when you hit level 5, it told you, ooh, there's problems at the subway, maybe you should go. It used to get like a system message about it, which was kind of cool. Hi again. Yes, indeed. I need Behemoth as well. That's what Slavic is so much bigger than me. I think I'm having the lags. We're fighting down the corridor. For some reason my brain wanted to go straight to that first Reverend there. Need to raid something, but I don't know what to raid. Well, I was thinking a bigger raid like I'd have to switch clients, but we could do 12-man. We could do... I was thinking pan, because you can just get like half the server into panned. Right, I'm trying to read game chat as well. I need to get these messages out of this. It's a clear playfield, just the last 2 bosses. Okay, we'll do that once we've done this. You've got to convince God. Alexandra wants to do it, so I think Alexandra has made enough donation of his time, effort, blood, sweat and tears to various streams that we can accommodate him with bending to his will on this one. I think that's fine. Yesterday with Hodor raid, we had so many people we had to make 2 RIs. Oh my god! Yeah, it's been a while. I remember Storm, people having, at one time, we were so busy as a guild. Even your Storm buddies. If my guildies say yes, then that's what we're doing. We'll do that. We'll do Pand last, I guess. If it's only the 2 bosses, they're gonna. It's baptism of fire, isn't it? Gonna go in thinking, oh, this is cool, this is nice, and then they're gonna meet Virgil and the bloody Melvins. Be the first thing they meet. It's gonna be like, oh my god, what even is this raid? No, I can remember not being able to take everyone that wanted to come in a Storm raid to Pand. You know, 2 memory. We had like 60 people online active, and everybody wanted to go. So we had to split and do 2 raid forces back in the good old days. But, you know, can't remember, over 2 decades, people's lives changed and they can't play the game anymore. I mean, God, there was people who started the game as teenagers who are now approaching middle age with mortgages, children and full, you know, busy lives and jobs. They can't play Anarchy online like that anymore, you know? It's just life. Yeah, that last Virgil was just like, what the no matter what we did. Moral, don't have mortgages. If you can save up the money to buy a house and live somewhere at the same time, do it. Never, if you manage to do that, you're way ahead. But not many people can. What you've got to remember as well is how much has changed over the last 50 years. There was a time, okay, where it would take maybe 5 years' wages to pay for a house. So a mortgage didn't seem like such a big deal. It was the kind of money you would invest in a brand new car now, you know? And then, lo and behold, house prices crept up and up and up and up and up and up until you virtually can't live long enough and earn for long enough to pay for a house. Just a simple thing you live. The whole system's sewn up. So that the only people that own all the property are big corporations and banks, etc. That own all the property. It's like you've got to spend, what, 20 years worth of wages just to pay for a house. New homes here are like 400k, right, and what do you earn in a year? If it takes more than 5 years to pay for it, you know, something's gone wrong, hasn't it? You know, with in the system itself. And this is the problem with corpocracy and corporations. They're based on always being able to grow. They can't stand still, they have to grow. And the problem with that is the Earth isn't infinite sized, and it doesn't have an infinite population, and it doesn't have infinite resources, so that model can't work. It eventually comes crashing down. I'm not saying I've got any answers, but I can see the problem with... You can't have infinite growth. It just can't be done. Yeah, well, building permits, construction listed, the finishing cost, construction companies. Yeah, well, that's it. They all want to grow and make more money every year. And the end result becomes property is just not worth buying anymore because you can't live long enough to own it. So really, you're renting. That's all. You're buying a property ends up becoming another way of renting a property for more money. Because you hand it over to your children, or let's say you just have the one child, you give it to that child then has to... The value of the house keeps going up and they think, oh, I could remortgage and then I can buy all this other trash I don't need. And, you know, and then they're back into the, you know, oh, I've got 100 years of debt to go yet. So they get to rent these properties out forever anyway. Even if your name's on the piece of paper saying you own it, you don't. So if you can manage to save up the money to pay for a house outright, you step outside the system. You're free of it. And I think that's worth quite a big sacrifice. I could never do it. Always wanted to do it, could never quite afford to do it. Let's have a look. We have Aegis circuit board for everyone. There you go. It's 5 slot only. But it gives you 100 to nano resist, 500 nano init, and evades. Odd piece of gear, but might be interesting in various stuff. Oh yeah, property taxes, yeah. People that had nothing to do with your property earning money from it. Because everybody's got to kiss the arse of everyone else. Yep, basically, it's a kickback. It's like the whole thing is a scam run by crooks. Well... to a greater or lesser degree, it is. After the subway belt appeared, well, only TNH belts are viable for buffing. No, I like my TNH belt. It looks like it's got little legs. See? Does your belt have little legs? My belt's got little legs. There you go, you see. Didn't think of that. Selling for a grace. I'd like one. I'd like one on every character, but yeah. Oh, we've got a spling. It's not a bling anymore. It's like a swoosh. Bacon Muck Bacon Bits is now following. Thank you for the follow and having such a cool name. Yeah, if you haven't seen these, Exarch Purified Robe does drop. It's only 800 ACs, but I think for someone who's leveling up a 201 character, something like that, I think that's pretty good. Airy 7668. Oh, Muck Bacon Bit has subscribed as well. Well, thank you very much for the subscription, Bacon Muck Bacon Bits. I was about to say, it's one of my favourite things in the universe is bacon. So, like, top name, mate. Michael, thanks for the advice and guidance. Have a sub, Cohen UK. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad the advice was useful. Yes, indeed. All very cool. And Avery, thank you for the follow. I'm amazed this game is alive and kicking still. Yeah, it's stubborn old men and people like me, and stubborn old women and stubborn old everything on the spectrum people that just refuse to stop playing it. That's why it's still here. I think. That and, well, there's nothing really else quite like it. Yeah, I'd love the subway belt as well. Avery, subscribe with tier 1. Thank you very much for the sub. As well as the follow. Coming in, hitting follow, hitting sub. Hey. Maybe I will buy that house. Or Well, hang on, how old am I? Yeah, probably not. My friend had that. His mother, they bought their house, you know, way back, early 60s, and it was completely paid for. So when she left it to him, he was instantly really rich. And because he'd moved in, they were clever about it. They knew she was quite ill, so he moved in and made it his permanent address. And, you know, oh, I've moved in to help mum out and all this, and he was genuinely helping her out, you know. So when she left the property to him, he dodged getting any property tax because he already lived there. It wasn't a second home or anything. And in UK law, it's going to be different where you're from, I'm sure. But then he buggered off, sold it and buggered off with the money anyway. So, I mean, that said, he did bugger off to go and live in Spain, and like a king. Yeah, it wasn't a stupid move at all. I remember even having a conversation with him. I said, do you really need... It's an ancient old coach house, the old postal route on the old Roman road in North Wales, which is now like, it's a single track in quite a lot of places, road, because the new A55 pipeline nearer the coast became the main road. But it's the old postal route. And it's called the Old Coach House, and it literally was that. So it's got like 5 reasonable sized bedrooms in it. Now his wife died, and it was after that he went back to an old girlfriend, and he said, it feels ridiculous, you know, living here with all this space, and there's only the 2 of us, yada yada, there's no kids, no nothing. And I said, well, if it was me, I probably would do what you've been saying for years, which is sell the place, buy something smaller, and then enjoy the money. Because, you know, he's older than me, so, like, really old. And he was like, yeah, I think you're right. And I think, well, you know, your mum didn't give it you as a noose around your neck, and, you know, the guy has no kids to leave it to, so, yeah. Is the fixin' hot healing you according to your plus healing reactivity? I think it's supposed. I can't remember. Oh, I've got a hot there. I'd have to check through the spam and see. Oh, we want the Hallow first, don't we? The Healy thing. Get my... Lost my mouse again. There it is. Get them stuns on it. You wish you had the time and patience to start playing again. You can play as little or as much as you like. That's the thing, you don't... I mean, you can, with a bit of outside help, you can get to sort of max level, etc. Depends, if you want to get it done in a week, no. But if you're happy to... which one are you hitting? That one. You know, if you're happy to, you know, let it take its due course, a couple of hours a night, in a year you could have a 220 with a lot of really good gear, you know, so... Rella wasn't the old CH like 10k. It was, yeah. At the time, though, 10k was the maximum HP anyone could get, I think. But they changed it because obviously these days, that's 10k's ain't that much. It's like 1/5 of the average 220 Enforcer, isn't it? You got to think average 220 Enforcer has got 50 plus k HP, so a 10k heal, good as it is, ain't all that. Plus a lot of the newer mobs hit for, you know, 7k 6k 7k, so without that kind of going on, yeah. Where are we going? Follow. Over here in the corner with Mahalik, Alessandra. He has his ways. I can see a dot moving, but I think it's a pet. As if a pet could find you here. He said stay here. Get back. Londis, you've been a very naughty boy. Now we stay here and he's going to pull mobs toward us. It's going to be the thing. You got feared. No. I don't think courage of the just actually helps here, unfortunately. It would be good if it did, but I don't think it does. Oh, it is as well. There we go. It does. That's why it's still working. My assist. I usually end up tabbing to the same mob anyway, but. A lot of Sephiric, I reckon it's probably correct. Sephiric Exarchs. Is that the way we're pronouncing it? Hey, Robos Keep subscribed to tier 1. Thank you very much, Robos Keep. And I got an emote. It shouldn't be giving them to me, it should be giving them to chat. But apparently I got a new emote, which is... what the hell is that? But thank you very much for the subscription. I realised I wasn't sub. Well, if you don't have it on, you know, regular, it's fine. Sub when you can. And no one is obliged to, but it is definitely appreciated, especially in 2020. He doesn't move, does he? We have to come to him. No, I'm feared. I'm feared. I'm feared. Hopefully I'm not going to... There we go. I managed it. Bling. Another bling. Inmate 47 is now following. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, we've got to come to him, I think. I missed one. I missed one. What did I miss? I'm trying not to die here. Oh, it was that one. Inmate 47 has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. Go back to Streamlabs OBS because it keeps a record of that stuff. Fireworks. Yes. Whoosh. You reckon you've got to be in an alliance? Do you mean guild? I mean, I always find teams, but then, yeah, I suppose I can't really include myself there, can I? People go, oh, you're the YouTube guy, yeah, be in our team. It's like a little bit different, I guess. Well, that said, you know, some people have got no clue who I am, and they're just as, you know, friendly. I don't know that it does. Oh, There you go. That's why we clear these corridors, everyone on stream. See, it's just warped me in here. So. And that would have warped me into a huge bunch of mobs. So I'm going to very carefully approach him from the south, so I'm not behind him at any time. Yeah, if you wait for a team to come to you, you'll be waiting forever. You've got to go out and spam and shake your money maker, man, as the old saying goes. Yeah, get out there, chat to people, you know, in global chat. Get out, be your best self, be friendly, be helpful. It comes back. Always comes back. Especially in a small, you know, universe that is Anarchy Online. It comes back even faster. If you're an arse and surly with people, well, guess what? They won't want to team with you. No matter how good your tunes are or whatever, you know. Just go out there and be the best version of yourself and you'll be surprised. Another bling. What's the bling? I'm my own princess is now following. Well, thank you for the follow and good luck with the kingdom, princess. It's the Saquine Vambrace, which is actually pretty nice if you've got nothing better for your braces. Right, I think Alessandra is now explaining the process of how we beat this guy, and it is quite different from the Lobi Temple. Oh, you already know Suju. That's nice. It's nice when we're all friends. Okay, I'm tanking Big Ugly with his own weapon, which means I am putting that on. Not that it really helps, but it does help a tiny bit. My own princess also streams. Oh, right, I'll have to check out one of your streams. Add you to my line underneath. I've got like a list of people that stream AO as recommended channels. If you stream AO, you get on that list. So there's text going past on screen. I only stream while I'm drunk though, so is that a confidence thing or just... Okay, we good to go? Alright, is everybody ready? Right. Oi! Ugly. Come here. Let's have you on this step facing this way. I'm getting all my hates on him down here. Purify, etc. Yeah, you've got to mention don't pull aggro off me, because there is a shade in the team who definitely will. Because shades, that's why. My chat and gameplay not stream friendly. Well, just mark it as adult and carry on, you know. And then it's up to people if they, you know, if it's an adult themed stream and the conversation is adult themed, well, just give people a choice. That's what I do. I keep mine fairly PG, and that's because I've got grandkids that watch my stuff, so, you know, like, don't swear in front of the kids, Grandad. More and more grandchildren these days. Daughter number 2 is Always wanted a big family, and now she's got one. That's it. I just stand here and hope you guys pull the ads off me. I'm now tanking Fanatic. I'm hitting. They are far more deadly than regular Fanatics in the other one. Believe you me. Your ults rolled ults. Yeah. Basically. Yeah, you could look at it that way. Owie. Okay, cooldowns. Use your cooldowns. Cocoon. Thanking you. Yeah, one of the Fanatics in here goes off. You definitely know about it. I mean, it's bad enough in Inner Sanctum, but in here, oof. Way bigger problem. Can wipe the whole team, in fact. Fanatic. Thank you. I'm popping my cooldown, Savik. You can see it yourself. Not being lazy. Yes, my ults rolled ults. Yeah. How many have we got now? God, I think it's 5. Three boys, 2 girls from one, and then 1 girl from the other daughter. 6 in total, which is yes, yeah, she's done 5 in one go. Fanatic, I can see somebody hitting it. Good, that's what we like. The only Fanatic is a good Fanatic is a dead one. I get a bit twitchy on this because I'm looking and it's like health goes down to sort of oh no, and then I sort of remember, nah, you're right, you're in a team with Sav, you're gonna be fine, stop worrying about it so bloody much. But he does hit like a bloody train. You can see there, Rello, if you're still watching, you look at the damage number, he's got 100 reflect and he's hitting me like nearly 5k. Fanatic. Okay, someone's on him. So that 10k heal goes, you know, like 2 hits and it's used up virtually. Kind of scary. He's drained all my nano now as well, just to add insult to injury. There we go, bio. So you actually have to take down the other 2 mobs while someone off tanks on this guy. Which is kind of tough. Are we all on him now? The other 2 down, yeah? So I'm not panicking that I'm losing aggro. Fanatic! Nicely done. Yeah, and I'm not sure how much they actually hit for, but I know it's enough to wipe this keeper out with 30k HP in it. You can't lose aggro now. If somehow you do, full awakened and just CH yourself. What's the cooldown on the CH with full awakened? How long is it? 3 minutes, yeah, so it, I mean, it is bloody useful. I should know this. There. There it is. Fountain of Life. As soon as I made the first awakened piece, if you click it, it puts the nano there for you. On target healing, 150%. It's like... Insomnia? Yo, Callus, thinking about coming back. Is the game in a good state for raiding? You're watching a raid, my friend. Yeah, I'd say so. If you want to see a busier server, probably you might want to come to the main server rather than 2019. And you can always test the water. You can always start a Froob account, see if it feels the game that you remember, etc. And if you come back on your main account, what I would recommend doing is creating a new character anyway, especially if you've had like 5-year plus gap, and just start relearning the game again on a new character where being crap is okay because everyone knows you're only low level. So being crap at level 10 is not the same as being crap at level 200, you know? Let's have a look. Right, we've got the Obsidian Desecrator. We've got the Notem Ring again. We've got the other Notem Ring, which adds Psychomod Sense Imp. And we've got Desecrated Flesh, which is like the big brother of the other one. So negative 20 to agility, minus 100 run speed, but then 300 health, etc. And 3k damage boost, absorb. Which ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. I'm going to pass on all of that because I don't need any of it. But who needs what? And if so, get rolling. Yeah, Hodor raid is enormous. Like they had to do... You know, in a normal raid, if I open the raid window, that's the raid we're in now, 6 people, but you can have 660, so 36 players or 36 characters in one raid, and they had to open 2 raids to do a raid yesterday, Sunday, in Hodor raid. So they had, you know, more than 36 that wanted to do the one Sector 42 raid. There's Omni raids. There's Omni raids, isn't there? Omnis have got tons of gear, so they're getting it somewhere. Hellcom, that's it, yeah. I mean, if you're Omni and you want to stay on Omni, that's cool. You know, I've got Omni tunes as well. But if you watch that GS guy, he's heavily involved with the raid and everything over there, but Scott's like big Omni player kind of thing. But the chat there could tell you. In fact, half the chat here can probably tell you. I mean, just because I'm on a clan character now, I go in mixed teams often for raids on stream. You know, no discrimination like that for PVM. Just no point. Hellcom's gone. I don't know, because I don't know, have that. I think the highest level Omni I've got is like 130ish, and it's Froob anyway. Right, I'm leaving the team to rejoin the new team so we can get the instance with only 2 bosses to fight in the subway, which will be cool. Right, okay, so heading to ICC. Who's that? It's AJ. Thought it said Suju. So yeah, if you're thinking of coming back, come back as a froob. Tons of stuff to do as a froob. And then if you like it, come back on your main account with your old characters. But what I would say is, for a few weeks at least, create a new toon and start relearning the game with them. Right, I'm on LFT. So you probably remember the subway. We're going to do the 201 plus version of the subway. I'd like to know how much headache I'll get just from logging in. None. You might spend a couple of days going, Oh look, we've got a 7-person raid team. That's clever. I think. No, it just looked like it. Alright, wait till we've got everybody that's coming in. I mean, when I took a gap of like 4 years, I stopped playing, and in the 4-year gap I was still logging in to my old mains, and just like for a month I'd log in and then disappear again, and then, you know, back and forth. But when I came back proper, I just rolled a new toon and just went, you know what, bang. Oh, hello everyone, I'm Greta Lanthrom from Ark. I'm on a walkabout to introduce myself to other players and help with any questions anyone might have. Hope you're all having fun. So there you go. Don't know where they are. There you go. There's an Ark. Remember Arks? We don't have any questions about the game, but thank you. Other than, psst, psst, do you know if they're going to do another high-level dungeon? If so, which one? Other than that, yeah, I don't have any questions for an Ark, and chances are the Ark doesn't know anyway, so... You know, remember when GMs were visible? Yeah, they still pop in here and there. Hopefully he's not too new and he's remembered to turn inspect off. Look. Yep. Ask for an AC/DC. No, he's not going to give me an AC/DC. I don't think he can anyway on an Ark. Yeah, level 10 Ark. No, I don't think he'd be able to do that. Ask him about my petition. No. Yeah, he just agreed to, but it's nice to see. I mean, he's right in the right place. He's right by, you know, the noob thing. Ask for money. I don't need any. If I want money, I just buy a Grace and sell it. That's it. In fact, it's more... makes more fiscal sense, so it's better. It's a better deal, yeah, if you buy a Grace and sell it on GMI than it is to actually buy this crap here. See that? Look, this made-up name. Credits for $4, right? For $2, right? That's a crap deal. That's absolute garbage. You can sell a Grace on GMI, which costs you in real money $15, but you're legitimately buying it from Funcom. They email you a code, you put the code in GMI, you've got the Grace, you can then sell the Grace on GMI to the highest bidder, and at last time I checked it was 19 billion. It's half the price that these guys are doing, and buying from them could get your account banned. So don't do it, is my message to anybody. Don't go and do it. Not worth it. Number one, they're twice the price that you should be paying if you just purely want to, you know, get credits. And you could get banned for it. So don't do it. It's pretty simple. Right, are we good to head in? It takes fun out of the game. Yeah, but you will need credits for certain things, or you'll need a lot of help. You know, so... Okay, we're inside and there's no mobs. Go farm cities until supple 240. Good game. Now you have the unofficial explanation why Grace is 1570mm to put the sellers like. Well, we don't want them in the game, you know. We don't know where they make their credits, etc., etc. There's an official way to just... We got an empty dungeon and Alessandra managed to land on a mine. Okay. I just think that's awesome. Do we know... Wait for Alexandra, because we don't know the route they took. There's only me following Alessandra at the moment. Everyone else seems to be... Oh, he crashed when he zoned in. Okay. I'll go back up because I can show him I know the way. Yeah, you run down. When he comes back in, I'll run him. Title 7, yeah, quite a lot of new loot. In fact, best. I think most people agree. It drops a new NCU belt that's now better than anything else you can get. You know, like you could get the one from Alien Playfields and gear it up. This one's better than that, and depending on the build, what the hell? Oh, is that so we can do the thing? Yeah. So we can get into their dungeon. You're doing Minesweeper. We're doing a Minesweeper in here. I finally got a mine on. Yeah, we're skipping like 4... But no, you've got... Wait a minute. You've got the guy here. You've got the guy that's up there with the fox mask on. Then you've got the Slum Queen. Then you've got... Who comes after that? It's like 4 of the bosses, but they don't drop the belt, I don't think. I've not heard of them dropping it. They drop a few bits and pieces, which are pretty good, but... You need a beast sleeve to keep your braces out of it. Ah, right. Yes, the hammers of doom. Right, follow. This way, it's gated. So you got the beacons like this. They do not work if you're in aggro. There we go. Right, stay with Alessandra. And follow the path he takes. Don't deviate and go the way you'd normally blitz down, because the mobs in here have humongous HP. Truly awful amounts of HP. They take a while to kill. Remember your procs. Yay. And when you move down, you wait for everybody else, because if you snag aggro, they can't zone down. Inspect Savic. What? Nosy, aren't you? There you go. Oh god, yeah, she has got some nice gear. But it's Savik, what do you expect? That's the condemned bulwark. You can see there. And Savik genuinely uses Signal of Samuel. Oh, you put the new Vigor. It's like the big version of the Keeper's Vitality. I'll highlight that for people. Hopefully you can read it on the stream. Oh, I nearly went. No, I've picked up an ad. Sorry. Might lose it. Yeah, I think it gave up. Create a module on. No, she's out of range. Can't help you. You just have to find Savik in game and inspect her yourself. This is like, will you ask her if she'll go on a date for me? There you go, it's dropped off anyway. Don't worry, Savik's build will be very, very solid. Excuse me. Need to pay attention now. We're going into a bit of a scrap. And then there was the Zion, the Spider, and then that's it. So all the mobs that are in here are amped up. So Lost Thought actually uses a real mez that will hit you and mez you, etc. Quite a few other bits and pieces to think about now I come to think of it. We were experimenting with this on the test server. So yes. You have to find her in game first. But I always seem to see Savik around. Could be Savik stalking me, I don't know. I know where Savik generally logs her tunes out. And it's not a secret, but I'm not going to broadcast it either. I don't think that's fair on Savik. Because she might just log in to play, and then like someone there going, "Excuse me, yes, I've got 5,000 questions about your map. Blah 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 blah." It'd be like, have you guys all seen the movie? Oh God, I can't think of the name of it. They're like a. Oh, damn it! What's it called? Stalker by Nature. Yeah, it's like a. The characters in it, they're like a spoof version of Star Trek, but they're not Star Trek. But I can't think what they're called. Galaxy Quest, that's it. Yeah, don't be like the nerds in Galaxy Quest. And if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest and you're any kind of a nerd or Star Trek fan, go watch Galaxy Quest. It's free on Netflix. So yeah, for what it's brilliant. Brilliant film. On many levels, it's a good film. Sigourney Weaver looks good as a blonde. Sigourney Weaver would look good if she poured purple paint on her head and stuck feathers in it. Don't see an enforcer in this team. I guess Savick will be tanking again. Kappa. I'm going to have to get another drink soon. Dry my throat. Anarchy is now following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, Sigourney Weaver is wow. I mean, she's always been wow. You know? First time I saw Sigourney Weaver, I think, was in... would have been in the original Alien. And, okay, yes, she's physically very, very attractive, but the character she played in that was brilliant as well. Ripley is, you know, a hero in it, really. And she has to become that hero as part of the story. It's... you know, so straight away you know you're dealing with a serious actor, very gifted one at that. And then pretty much everything she's been in is, you know, she just brings some sort of weight to the stuff she's in. Anarchy. I followed your YouTube videos for years. My go-to class guides and so. All right, cool. Thank you, dude. Keep up the good work, brother. Much love from Northern Carolina in the US. Well, thank you very much, dude. Thanks for the follow. And this video will be on YouTube at some point tomorrow. So you'll hear me saying your name on YouTube forever. And cool name, yes. Anarchy. Immortalized. Yeah, but do you have a map? You know, just... It's like the do you have a flag? Eddie Izzard routine, which is different every time he does it. But it is brilliant. What do you mean this land is yours? We live here, there's 30 million of us and we've been here for 50 generations. Do you have a flag? Jathos for the win. I've got most of a Jathos set on my Enforcer, but not a complete set, and everyone's going, no, it's an Enforcer, put him in Awakened Beast. I'm like, oh, but I wanted to do something different. It's Anarchy Online, you can do whatever you bloody like, as long as you can make it work. Ain't nobody gonna complain. Told you, 2020 was toilet seat up or down year. Pointless argument that nobody's going to win, but everybody has to convince the other side they're right. 2021 is the not that year. It's going to be something different. We hope. Well, I had CC armour on, albeit slightly lower quality in places, and Savick won the fashion contest not long ago and won a set of this and said, well, you should wear that on your keeper. I said, well, I can't afford a set unless I splurge, and I can't splurge at the moment. And so I said, well, you can borrow mine then. Oh, I have a spare set of that. What? Off you go, my good man. So yes, I have it on, what do they call it? on indefinite loan. But if Sav ever turned around and said, oh, I need that armour for this tuna mine, I'd just hand it straight back without question. And Sav knows that. Because I am not in the habit of pinching things off people. Bad mojo. Never ends well. Well, we're chomping through these guys, but we're going to have to go through the whole explanation part of the proceedings, because we have got new people in here with us. So everyone settle down. This guy... Oh no, I'll go from the top. Okay. Allow me to explain. This guy is actually hard. Londis, your pets will die. A lot. Don't bother rebuffing them. They'll be dead in seconds. Just make sure you keep up malaise. Much easier to land than UBT. It's got much lower resist. Wait, is this the yes, the Savick. This Savick's map of Rubicar. Savick of AO Universe. Yes, this is her doctor over here in Savick's Secret Intelligence Agency. Yeah. Right, okay. Engie, run blinds. Invictus, push DD. If I die, try to tank it. He is actually quite manageable on an evade tank. Ayo, royal family. Savick might be. I'm more like Kalos. Yeah, we keep him in the cellar, you know. We just like lift the hatch and throw scraps down to him now and again, you know. And he comes out and goes. There are 3 lights. Blue light AoE in the north, south, or east, west. Don't stand it. Kalos, you're more regal than me. No. I'm as regal as a fried Mars bar. Yellow white AoE, usually under the tank. Yeah, don't stand in it. Oh, you saw Sharp Tony? Oh, I'd love to chat to him again. Haven't for years. I made, because I was making different kinds of videos at the time, and I saw he'd started doing the YouTube thing. And I offered to do like an intro and things for him, so I did. Then he sort of quit altogether. He was doing it quite well. He was doing T-shirts and all sorts. But then he sort of like drifted off, and I just started making videos of my own. And initially, the first 5 videos I made were just, I got sick of explaining things to people. So I just made a video explaining it. So when people asked, I go, just watch this. And and then Tony very kindly on his own channel then made a video saying, this guy's making videos, you should go and check him out. And that was it. That's when it started. He might nip back. I've caught him in game before now on an alt that I know is his. And I've spotted him while I've been on a character he doesn't know, and I've gone over and gone, blah, 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 and he's sort of been chatting on that, and I've gone, do you know someone called Sharp Tony? And he's gone, oh, yeah, I've heard of him. And they've gone, by the way, it's Kalos. He's gone, oh, man. His MA put the smack down on me one time on towers. Became a fan since then. Yeah. That's the old saying, if they can knock you out, make friends. Yeah, he was much more into the PvP side of things rather than like I tend to make PVM and tutorials and that kind of thing. But yeah, Tony definitely had his own sort of style and everything else. But you know, it's up to him if he wants to go on with it. He made a new channel called Shred Tony for guitars and stuff like that. And of course, I've been a musician for nearly 40 years. So like we used to go back and forth on stuff there. It was quite cool. I think he just got busy with real life, like people do, you know. Get suddenly like, oh, I've got all this student debt to pay off, and now I've got a full-time job, and you know, that's life. Just life happens. Are we doing the thing where we only auto attack him? And we're doing that again? Except I keep permanently hitting this to build up aggro. I just remember we did try it that way last time, and it was like, phew, it worked in the end, but God, it was tough. Yeah, it would be nice to see Tony again. It'd be interesting to see what he thought about No Wars now. I just don't go there. It's a mess. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for that crap to burn itself out before I even look at it again. Unfortunate, but there you go. Everyone who isn't me, Invictus or Brutcal, don't push DD. Oh, dear. Excuse me. Use it all the time. Well, if I'm pushing DD, yeah, well yeah, that's just on the rotation. That's a hotkey. Like, you don't know about this. If you scroll down, there's a lot more useful stuff here. That entire bar down there, other than that, is all on one key. And then everything else is on G, and Brawl is on B. So I literally fight with 3 keys. 4 on a shade, but you can do the same thing with the shade. And yes, I made a video how to do it all. And yes, it is intentional. It's how the game is made. And let's... Oh, hang on. Some weird fog malarkey going on here. Whoa, have I got... No, it's not that. Give me 1 second to do a thing. No, maybe not. That's global light, I think. The Melvins! The Melvins are here. Turn global light off. Do the car light instead. That's better. Melvins, there's no point debuffing them or anything because by the time you have, they've despawned. The Melvins are a great band. Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan. Hugging the wall, hoping not to die. He's buggered off. Out the way of the blue. Okay, got the red. Oop, I think I just walked through the blue there, but got away with it. Don't be so unkind, Melvin. They're kind of an acquired taste, I guess. Things that are trying to kill you. I like them. Really? Yes, they're an acquired taste, don't you know? Trying to time when I'm going round the pillars with the blue-white light. Ooh, sub. Out of range, out of range. It's Savick, what are you worried about? Yes, well, Dot goes down and so say we all. I meant the band. Oh, I don't know. There's an actual band called the Melvins. I have no idea. I just called them. I just pulled Melvin out of thin air one time when we were fighting them. I think before they even got to test live. Before they got to live, they were only on test live, and I just went, yeah, it's Virgil and the bloody Melvins. I tell you what I was thinking of is Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. When they play death at everything, and it's a bit of a skit on this Seventh Realm movie, and yeah, I'm actually mostly avoiding the doppelganger, but not completely. I'm still taking some damage. So there's an actual band called the Melvins. I'm keeping that where I can see it, just in case. This guy he's probably the second toughest boss to fight in here. Eumenides is definitely the worst, with all the mechanics around him. And then after this guy, probably easier than this guy, is probably the final boss, actually. Melvins are an actual band from an 80s band called the Melvins, right? Well, I automatically like them then. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I had too many Melvins on me that time. Yeah, the Melvins do hit damn hard. Don't worry, I saw your comment. I will read it when I can. Hey, Carlos, how did you get the depth buffer working in AO? I can't figure it out. Startness. Talk to Startness on Discord. He did it for me. Figured it out. He rewrote the DLL. There's a hook in the DLL or something that if it detects network activity, it knows you're playing a live game, so it thinks you might be using shaders to cheat, so it disables them. But he found a way around it, which obviously you can't really make public because people will use it to cheat. But it enables you to use the ray trace shader without it dropping every time you sort of move or something happens in front of you. Yeah, Startness you want. Very clever man. Certainly with that sort of thing. I would have no clue whatsoever how the hell you do that. I think he can actually send you the file on Discord in it's a DLL, it's like a couple of K, it's tiny. And you just copy paste and then it works. Like, yeah, there we go. I mean, it's still a killer on frame rate, but I've been playing Cyberpunk, so this seems like really good frame rate at the moment. Ah, no. Why did I get doing that when I need to focus? Oh my god. Where's Savvy? Stand near the Savvy. Yeah, how you even edit a DLL, I don't know, but he obviously codes professionally or whatever, and knew how to do it. So he just altered it. Very clever man is our start. It's the same guy that recently, or was the last donator on the stream. That's a lot of blue. Have healage. Probably not enough. It's not the full one. What do you mean push DD? What do you think I'm doing? I'm pushing DD. Have Dimish. Oh no, we've lost Sav. We've lost Sav. No, we're close. We're so close. Run out of cooldowns. I got nothing. I'll even use Dimash. Come on! Come on! Push it! Push it! Down! Gotcha! Oh! Just ignore it, it's gonna die in a second anyway. Go away. See, I'm able to use those. And Virgil has dropped counterfeit Froob t-shirt. Gives you 2.5k ACs to most, 1500 to fire, and max health 1500. Not bad. A legally modified dreadlock thrasher, which apparently is a load of rubbish, and reinforced bow cyber armor gloves. So there we go. We got there. We lost the tank and the dock, and yet we're still here. So yeah, these are the shaders. You can see I can be moving around. They carry on working. I mean, they're a bit janky still, but they do work. And nobody aggro anything, so these guys can get themselves back in the raid. Oof. Yeah, believe it or not, the final boss actually is easier. Oh yeah, that's running the ray tracing, as you can see. But it's still Not sure what it's picking up in Anarchy. Like, it picks up items in inventory as light sources and things like that. Yeah, that's the watchword blocking 2 things. Thank God. Need to rebuff that. Did I not rebuff it at the beginning? Maybe I didn't. Oh yes, he's, like I say, he's the second hardest, and the thing is, the boss that actually is the hardest mechanically, which is Eumenides. They moved him up and put him where you find the deranged shopper and all the looters on the very first level. He's over there after you've killed the first boss. It's the green rot thing that makes him so damn hard, because he's in a small room, and if you're stood too close to each other, then your 5k 2k dot, whatever it is, stacks with the person next to you's dot, so it's like having double the damage. It's really nasty. And then he debuffs everybody, morphs you into God knows what, and oh god. And unfortunately doesn't drop anything more than the other bosses do. If he did, he'd probably get killed more often, but my guess is he's probably the least killed boss in the dungeon. You let Sav die. I even popped Shadowbreed to try and save Sav. Didn't work. It's only the first one I've got, unfortunately. And I don't think it would have done much anyway. It pushed DD. I need the higher one to do the... what's it? Big heal. And perception buff. Doesn't the basic one give you perception as well? Path of Light. Yeah, there you go. Perception 300. Extra 100 to ACs. Kills any root. 5k heal. It's becoming a tradition that I die and the team kills Virgil anyway. Yeah, kind of, little bit like that, yeah. But yeah, it's, if Virgil didn't spawn ads, he would be dead easy. But those Melvins hit damned hard. Really hard. I'm just going to renew buffs, just in case I missed any the first time. Savik dying is a good luck totem. Poor Savik. Does anyone need rebirth? Yeah, this is the game with ray tracing. Let me turn off global light. There we go. So room with ray tracing. Let's get rid of that. And room without. It's not drastically different. You will see in some things. If you see this wall next to Savik here, if I turn it on, you will, well, you need something a bit lighter, but you'll see that the aura, when it buffs on Sav, see it's lighting up the wall. Same with me. So if I do that, the lighting channel, unplayable because you can't see your UI or anything, but that's how the ray tracing is seeing it. So see how the lights are lighting on things? No, we need to turn it on and then none and then off again. There we go. But yeah, it's a heavy load. Yeah, the only thing is, to get the ray trace shaders, there's still a beta. So to download them, you need to go to the guy's Patreon and give him money, basically. You don't have to keep giving him money, but, you know. Because while he's working on that, the guy isn't earning any money, so it's that kind of thing. I think there are probably some copies of it floating around somewhere, you know. But to be fair, the guy's doing the mod completely off his overall. Oh, yeah, he's also the guy who made. I'll show you now. Let's put all the eye candy on before the next fight. SSR, Screen Space Reflections. So, there you go. You get the wet floor effect. Which is quite nice, but my GPU's up to 90-odd%, which means the stream will start chugging because I encode with the thing. If I turn it back off, because that's all I normally run is just a different form of anti-aliasing. Yeah, this white fogginess is weird. I'm going to leave it on basic Rubicar lighting. There we go. See, without all that, yeah, 50%. So, yeah, I don't have any RTX. This is GTX 980. You don't have to have an RTX card to use the shader. You will get, and his shaders don't use the RTX trademark, NVIDIA Tensor cores or whatever they are, that do it in the same way. But we've had ray tracing since Flight of the Navigator, probably before that even. So the way light bounces around is in Toy Story and, you know, all of that stuff. It just in real time. No, not so much. But ray tracing's been around a long time in computer generated graphics. And this is just another way to do it. It is still ray tracing. It's tracing light paths, etc. But what NVIDIA have done is come up with their own sort of unique way of doing it, and then building hardware that that operates exclusively for it, which means it can do it really well, really, really quickly. And I've seen videos of like Cyberpunk with a 3090 with everything on ultra, and my god, it looks virtually like real. You know, it's stunning how good it looks. Yeah, so this is a lowly RTX 980. Ray tracing was a thing with Sculpt 3D. Oh, it was, yes. But you had to wait 40 minutes for it to do one frame. You know, that maybe longer. I remember 3D Draw on the ZX Spectrum. I remember that. And you'd make something really simple, like a goblet, you know. Oh, and then you'd shade it in and go, look. I remember I had a cine camera, and I used to make clay animation. You know, the little stop motion animation. I used to make those as a nerdy 12-year-old or whatever. And I remember we had that, and we made a video, and it took like 3 days, and it was only 10 seconds. And it was just taking one frame at a time and then letting it render, coming back, click on the plunger, take another one. Then you had to send the film off to be developed. Right, are we all good? Stream, the people in the stream are awake. What's this I've got here? No, don't need. And what I need to do is not have that bar there. Yes. faster computer will make it faster. Yeah, so you don't actually need an RTX card to do it, but to do it well, with the kind of backup that Nvidia's got, then yeah, probably. There's a lot goes on behind the scenes, like when they had G-Sync and FreeSync monitors, and then it turns out most FreeSync monitors can work with G-Sync with just a bit of a driver mod. Like me, I had a GTX 670 and 680 working in SLI for about 2 years. It did have some issues, but yeah, I remember all that rebooting into safe mode, overwriting data entries in system files and stuff to make it work. Different SLI it was called. I even had a video about it. I still get comments on the video now, and I'm like, dude, this video's like 4 years old. I should probably put a pinned comment going, I no longer use this. But yes, it works. Yeah, the main problem I had was I was trying to do a Skyrim playthrough, and to actually render the game with the mods I wanted to use, the texture mods, etc., I kept coming up on VRAM limit because I only had 2 GB on a 680. So yeah. For AO, not a massive improvement, no. I mean, you could go a little more nuts maybe, but if the only game you play is AO, then I mean, look. Okay, there you go. I'm only using 50% of the card now, and it's encoding this stream. AO in 4K. As long as like you can see there, VRAM, I'm not using 2 gig, and I have 4 on this card. In fact, there's so little usage on the card, it's not even running at full speed. It just doesn't need to. You can then see 4 cores, 8 threads on the CPU, which isn't like massively overclocked. It's a i7-3820, and they had a soft lock. So if you had a motherboard that supports overclocking, you could type in instead of 3.8, you could type in 43 as the multiplier, and it just does it. It just accepts it and carries on. What they call a soft lock. It's weird. Yeah, I'm just really praying Londis has shackles of obedience, or we is in trouble. If not, sort of this area here, so they don't try warping or whatever. If you can get them there, I mean anywhere if you have to. You is not in trouble, Cal. Not yet. Okay, good. They spread the green rot. Don't hang around near them. I can't brawl him from here. Smidge, there we go, I can brawl him now. Usually I stay on the square if I'm on range. He did not like the brawl. I love a new rig. If you're going to stream or something like that, or edit and record, if you're going to record, edit and render out video, a new system's always going to do that job better for you. I mean, I'd love a new system. Mine is 8 years old. But then it would give me the excuse to make Cyberpunk videos because I'd be able to record them and play it at the same time, which I can barely do. I have to use Shadowplay to do it. It's so system intensive, but Shadowplay is actually quite excellent at that. But any recording longer than 15 minutes on Shadowplay, because it records in variable frame rate, needs to be re-rendered before you can edit it, otherwise the sound desyncs. Why NVIDIA chose to do it that way, I'll never know, but yeah, it is kind of a problem. Ow, ow, ow. That's getting damaged. Since you've become I don't know if I'm a bloody celebrity. Stream site, yes, but only in a good way, which is kind of nice. Yeah, people watch me play and then, okay, I think I'm going to wind up in Abby's stomach any second. He's knocked me back. It usually means he's going to do the next step, which is pull me in. I've had people run around and then dance in front of me on stream, that kind of thing, which, you know, isn't negative at all. And in I go. Right, and now I need to get my way back out. Avoiding the green. I think I hit the green. Not good. Let's get caught on corners and then click the thing in the corner. And then make sure I'm not near anybody, but in heal range. I think I'm on the opposite side now. I am. Geef cake. Oh yeah, geef cake guy. See that green? That's a dot, I think. Is it on me? I'm not actually seeing it. Maybe I got away with it. I thought I'd gone through the snot. Thought I'd walked into the snot. I'm not saying there are no idiots in AO at all, but way less than other MMOs. Quite possibly, yeah. I think it's the type of person that the game is attractive to is... I don't know. Could be the nature of the player base as well, being generally more mature. You know, as in, you know, they were crazy idiots when they started playing, but 20 years later, you know, if you're still a crazy idiot 20 years later, then, you know, shame. But most people aren't. Oh no, we're going to lose someone. I don't know what happened there. They couldn't see. No line of sight, yeah. So always know where your dock is. You'll have to sit it out till we get him down. You survived bloody Virgil, and Virgil's definitely worse. Yeah, there are bold fools and there are old fools. No, that's not right. Yeah, it's the old, you know, if you're a bit of a git, you know, if you're a bit of a jerk in Anarchy, generally people don't respond in kind. They try to help you with that attitude. The community seems to be more sort of supportive in that way. Eumenides, oh, I don't know, no, I'm not in the mood. Let's do Pand. Let's bring everyone along and do Pand instead. Eumenides, no! He's a hell of a tough fight, and he's something we would normally do if we were going to do it, we do it at the beginning of a stream, because it could take the whole stream to do. So it might take 4 hours to finally get him down, and I'm not planning on, you know, streaming for another 4 hours. Need a different team composition for Humanities. Yeah, that's the other thing. It kind of forces you to play with a particular team setup, which, you know, okay, end game mechanics are like that, but, you know, for some people that's I mean, okay, maybe most people have got one of everything by now, but not everyone has. You know, maybe they'd like to enjoy the fight as well, but okay, and things are going really, really well here. Sort of. I think we've lost Londis. Oh no. We're nearly down. Oh, I'm going to get pulled. I think he's going to pull me next, Sav. Don't know for sure. Have a dimmish. Pop in all my cooldowns. As long as one person survives the fight and stays in here. No, I can't see Lex either, but his pets are still fighting. Oh, I knew he was going to do it. Let's try and do the same again. Creeping round the edges. Don't go in the green snot. Clicky. Oh, just in time. Well done, everyone. Have a look. And we've got illegally modified Dreadlock Obliterator. Claver and reinforced bow armor, chest and boots. So no belt again. Belt is very, very rare apparently, which is why people are paying as much as they are for it, I guess. It is nice though. Can't show it you on this stream, however. Horn below it, yeah, no problem. Are you going to be able to do panned or? Well, I don't want a grenade gun, he can have it. Alright, so Sav's got to go. Alright, fair enough. Had a good run though. We've had a very good run. We did Temple and then the last couple of bosses of Subway. That's not bad. Right, well, thank you everyone who came to the raid, and obviously thank you to the raiders. And speaking of raids, we're going to go off and raid. There's no one else really streaming AO at the moment. So, I'm going to go and raid Jaification again. So there we all go. So everyone go say hi to Che, and thanks everyone for coming, and we will say Happy New Year once again.